What up, guys? The offensive madman Kyle Robinson coming to you today with another Warframe Wednesday video, and today is going to be the start of a series of videos centered around the open worlds of Warframe. The Plains of Edilon, which was attached to Cetus, was the first of those open worlds, making its debut in the game October 12th in 2017, and they actually did a remaster of it on April 4th of 2019, so it's seen two incarnations since its launch. The Plains, located on Earth, was a first of its kind experiment that DE attempted to do with Warframe, basically allowing a completely open world segment of the map. It measures roughly, according to the Warframe wiki, about 5 square kilometers, featuring hills, valleys, fields, caves, and a regular occurring climate, which, again, really weird set of things for them to do in the very beginning of the game. The creation of the Plains came in two pieces: the original Plains and Cetus, and then the Quills questline, which introduced you to a new faction with a new set of bounties and new things to do, which came later on in the development. Some of the pieces of lore that went along with this map creation that I'm reading right here off of the Warframe wiki, which if you don't have yet, you should check out. I'll have a link to that in the description. But the top piece says, the site of the final battle of the Unum's champion Gara and the colossal sentient that wished to claim the tower's regenerative qualities for itself. Today the remains of the sentient, diminished and confused, wanders the plains, seeking a cohesion the Ostrons hope that it shall never find. The second piece of lore kind of centers on Gara, which was a Warframe launched with the Plains of Edilon update. It was, like I said, a very strange thing at the time, and now, as we all know, it marks the first of 3 open world expansions that DE has done to date. So let's take a look here. We'll go to Cetus first. You'll click it and it'll give you a instance. Now, the one thing I'll let you know ahead of time is if you're in the Plains, don't go there alone, A, or B, at night, because much like East St. Louis, it will probably kill you. The Plains is definitely not something for new players, even though it doesn't give you that piece of information. It just assumes you'll know, and I learned that the hard way. We found it, and we were able to just go into it when I first started playing Warframe back in 2018. And Jesus fucking Christ, we got wrecked. So, if you open the thing, hit your escape menu or options, depending on what console you're on or a PC, you'll see all of the different vendors here located within Cetus. And we'll go see Kanzu. So Kanzu will give you various bounties with various rewards. As of right now, there's also an optional event going on in the Plains. All 3 open worlds have their own type of event. This is the Ghoul Purge, and one of them is you can run 2 separate bounties, which give you a set of standing along with certain mods and various rewards that may only come around as part of that event. So that's something to keep aware of. And you'll notice there's levels: 40 to 60 there, 30 to 50, 20 to 40, 10 to 30, and then finally 5 to 15. And these are 40 to 50 and 15 to 25, respectively, from top to bottom. So what you can do here is just run these bounties and earn various things, like certain rewards, and sometimes it's easier to run those and get those rewards than trying to grind them out. One of the other neat things that they introduced in the Plains of Edilon is the night and day cycle. So previously, maps were generated and there was the end of it, there they went, that's a thing. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and load in by myself, only because I don't really want to fuck with it. But right now, you'll see here, this is the night cycle. This was also the first place that they allowed you to use your Arcwing as a mobile vehicle. So the thing we're going to go ahead and fly around here while we're up, this is kind of what the planes look like if you haven't seen it previously. Also comes complete with its own map, which is usually labeled, but apparently this time it decides it wants to glitch out. If you hold it, it'll label different things, like this is lake, oceans, and it's got various titles and stuff. Leave it to the game to fuck that up while I'm trying to record a video. Exploring the plains is fairly straightforward. You can just kind of run around, and you can actually accept bounties out here now. You couldn't do that previously when the game launched, but you can now from a little tent that was implemented in the game. Now, the last thing I want to talk about for the Plains of Edilon is something that come along with this called Edilon hunting. Now, there's the little tent we previously talked about. So you can kind of go in there and accept a reward. Why am I getting shot at? Well, I guess I pissed it off. So, one of the things that they introduced in this update was Edilon hunting. And we're going to fly around a little bit while we talk about this. Edilon hunting was essentially the new version of endgame for Warframe and was kind of like a raid boss. There are 3 stages of Edilon hunting, which you will not be able to do until after the War Within quest. I will let you know that now. That's something they don't really explain to you ever because Warframe, but you will not be able to actually effectively do the Edilon hunts until after the War Within quest, which is super fucking annoying, but just something to work toward. Trying to see if I can find one of these bitches. I hear them, or they're shooting at me. They're shooting at me. Of course they are. Assholes. Trying to see if I can find this Edilon so that you can see what the fuck this thing is in all of its gigantic glory. Basically, the concept of fighting the Edilons is I hear them. There's 3 of them. There's 3 different versions of the Edilon, each one tougher than the last one. And once you complete all 3, you actually get a varying amount of rewards, which include Edilon lenses, focus schools, things again that you'll understand more once you get through the War Within, and it explains why we're not able to do these quests or fight these giants previous to that particular story quest. Trying to find this bastard. You kind of got to fly around and hope. Ah, there he is. Look at this big son of a bitch. And the goal here is to basically, we'll do a whole breakdown on that. I'm not going to waste the time here because this is a little bit different. But we will do an Edilon hunting video at some point. But essentially there's 3 of these. You have an entire night cycle to kill them. And you'll get some badass rewards. Their levels go up depending on what rank you manage to get to. So, realistically, Edilons were kind of the drawing point of, I'm getting attacked, of the drawing point of coming back to Cetus. A lot of people say there's no point. I disagree. I definitely think there's a point to come back here, especially if you're in the beginning. Cetus is just a fucking immaculately pretty world. And then when we go to explore Fortuna next week, you'll hear me bitch about some of their open world and some of their open world grinds. Cetus didn't have a terrible grind. You just had to level up with Kanzu. The rewards were easy, or not the rewards, but the materials were easy enough to gain. Fortuna wasn't like that. So that's just something to remember. Next week, I will probably complain a lot about how Fortuna improved and fucked up based on kind of what they did. So leave some feedback in the comments if you have any questions about the open worlds. I know this is kind of a basic, straight overview video of the open world and the open world systems. I figure that's kind of really all that's needed right now, as next week I will be doing kind of an open world exploration of Fortuna and kind of what it brought to the table and some of the extras that it did. And then the following week we'll be doing Demos for the same reasons. So the next few weeks are going to be all situated around the open worlds and the open world systems. So look forward to those. If you have any questions about that stuff, please feel free to drop those in the comments. And as always, you can join the Discord. If you have questions there, there's an entire Warframe community. Discord also houses a couple of free updates that I'm giving away to people to help them with their Warframe journey. The start of what I'm calling the Warframe workbook. There will be more in the future. So be sure to check all that out. All those links are in the descriptions below. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, if words offend you, you can fuck off.